if you are transferring massive files, video files or massive audio files or a backup, for example, you need to look at the SanDisk Extreme 500. This little device is for 240 gigabytes, okay? So it's quite a big device. It uses USB 3, but it is so light, and it's got a solid state drive in it, and it literally plugs into your USB drive. But here's the thing. This has speeds 4 times faster than an external drive that you plug into your machine. So when you're transferring that stuff across, and if you've got USB 3, for example, we tested it here. We did over 10 gigs of data that was stored on here from my travels and Toby's travels. We stored video content where we transfer it from camera onto here and then onto another device. So check this out. It did 10 gigs in under 20 seconds. That's how fast this little device is. And it's astonishingly light. And Toby and I were talking about, how, computers today have got much less hard drive space. You're using the cloud a lot. But when you've got things like this, and it's so light, and it's, you're able to store 240 gigs of data on here, why would you want a big hard drive? Do you need a big hard drive in today's world when you've got this and it's light? Feel it. Why I threw it at you? Because it's shockproof as well. So if it had to fall on the floor, it's got special technology that absorbs the shock. So it's quite astonishing.
Indeed. I mean, I just, where things are going with external storage is really fantastic. Speaking of which, I've been playing with something very interesting myself. As you'll see, and you zoom in on it, it looks like a normal USB stick. It's got the USB 3 with the little blue at the top. But if you just push this down and slide it out, it turns into USB Type-C, which is the new format that's in the Apple MacBook and in a whole bunch of new Google phones, the Nexus phones and some of the Google Chromebooks. It's just a very simple, very clever way of being able to use the dominant USB 3 port and this very new USB Type-C. Very clever little slider that lets you turn it from one to the other, and just the beginning of a bunch of new and innovative ways of dealing with the fact that even though we have the cloud, we still transfer a lot of data.
And I think it's going to be, we're in that transition phase from the previous plugins like USB to USB-C, where you're going to get those moments where some of your devices are going to be USB-C, some of them are going to be USB, and as you correctly say, even at the mobile world, I saw lots of devices now using USB-C. In fact, the new LG G5 phone isn't using a micro USB anymore. It's using a USB-C technology to charge, which is quite interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's just great technology. I mean, it was one of those big trends at CES at the beginning of the year. You were there, you took a look at some of the kit. And so the thing that's quite remarkable is that it does data, it does video, and it does power all through the same thing. Data is twice as fast as the 5,000 gigabits per second of USB-C Type 3. It's 10,000, and you can put on monitors, you can daisy chain monitors. It really is like that kind of futuristic stuff happening right in front of our eyes.
Daisy chain, eh?
You had me at daisy chain.
Yo.